What made you realize your mentor was sabotaging you the whole time? I was a specialist working in battalion operations when Staff Sergeant Donovan took me under his wing. Guy had 12 years in, 3 deployments, chest full of ribbons. Everyone respected him. He offered to help me prepare for the promotion board. Said he saw potential in me, wanted to make sure I made sergeant before my window closed. I felt grateful. Having a mentor like Donovan was supposed to be a career game changer. We started meeting twice a week. He'd quiz me on army regulations, leadership scenarios, military history, give me study materials, correct my uniform deficiencies, the whole mentor package. But something felt off. Every time I thought I was getting better, Donovan would find new problems. My knowledge was still weak. My leadership philosophy needed work. My appearance wasn't quite professional enough. You're improving, but not ready yet, he'd say. Let's push your board date back another month. No point going before you're prepared. I trusted him. Postponed my board date 3 times over 6 months. Kept studying, kept preparing, kept waiting for Donovan's approval. Meanwhile, I watched other specialists in the battalion go to their boards. Some passed, some failed, but they all got their shot. One Tuesday, I'm in the break room when I overhear Donovan talking to another NCO named Sterling. They're discussing the upcoming sergeant vacancies. Only 2 slots this quarter, Sterling says. Competition's fierce. Donovan laughs. Not worried. My guy Brendan's ready. He'll take one of those slots easy. My stomach dropped. Brendan was Donovan's actual protege. Another specialist he'd been mentoring. I'd met him a few times, seemed like a solid soldier. What about that kid you've been working with? Sterling asks. The one from operations? Him? Donovan's voice changes. Gets dismissive. He's not ready. Probably won't be for another year. Maybe longer. I stood frozen behind the door, listening to my mentor trash me to another NCO. You've been working with him for months though, Sterling says. Donovan sighs. Look, there's only 2 slots. Brendan needs one. If operations boy goes to his board and passes, he takes a slot from someone who actually deserves it. I'm just slowing him down until next quarter when there's more openings. The room started spinning. 6 months of twice weekly sessions. 6 months of being told I wasn't ready. 6 months of postponed board dates. All because Donovan wanted to protect his real protege from competition. That afternoon, I went straight to the sergeant major, requested an immediate board date, explained I'd been preparing for months and was ready. Why haven't you gone yet? He asked, looking at my file. You've postponed 3 times. Staff Sergeant Donovan advised me to wait until I was better prepared, Sergeant Major. He frowned. Donovan's not your raider. He doesn't decide when you're ready. You do. Got my board date scheduled for 2 weeks out. Didn't tell Donovan. Just stopped showing up to our study sessions. He called me 4 days before the board. Where you been? We need to keep preparing. Actually, Sergeant Major scheduled my board for Friday. I'm good to go. Long silence on the phone. This Friday? That's too soon. You're not ready. I'll take my chances, Staff Sergeant. Another pause. Listen, maybe you should reconsider. The board's tough this quarter. Might be better to wait. Appreciate the advice, but I'm going. He tried 3 more times to convince me to postpone. Even offered to talk to the Sergeant Major on my behalf. Get me a better date next quarter when I'd be more prepared. I declined every time. Board day arrived. The questions were hard, but not impossible. Everything Donovan had actually taught me came through. The stuff he'd spent months telling me I didn't know well enough. Turns out I'd been ready for months. Just needed someone to believe it. Passed with a strong recommendation. Made sergeant 2 months later. Brendan went to his board the same day. Also passed. So Donovan's entire strategy was pointless anyway. There weren't just 2 slots. Command found positions for everyone who qualified. Here's the part that still makes me angry. After the results posted, Donovan approached me in the hallway. Big smile, handshake ready. Congratulations, Sergeant. Knew you had it in you. All that preparation paid off. I looked at him for a long moment. Yeah, funny how I was suddenly ready 2 weeks after you said I needed another year. His smile faltered, just for a second, but enough that I knew he understood. Never spoke to him again outside of required duty interactions. He retired 8 months later. Found out afterward he'd done the same thing to 2 other soldiers. Kept them studying and postponing while protecting his favorites from competition. The real kicker? Brendan reached out to me last year. He's a staff sergeant now, stationed in Germany. Said Donovan had bragged to him about the whole scheme. Thought it was clever mentorship strategy. Brendan felt sick when he realized he benefited from someone else being sabotaged. We're friends now. Both agreed that real mentors build people up. They don't tear others down to protect their favorites.